Hanna Ming allegedly attended the same event as Jungkook. Coincidence or calculated move? What if it wasn't just admiration anymore? What if the lines between coincidence and intentional presence started to blur in real life? That's the unsettling question Army is now asking after netizens began circulating claims that Hanna Ming, the Miss Universe Korea 2022 and self-proclaimed BTS fan, was spotted at the exact same private event as BTS's Jungkook shortly after his military discharge. Did I ask this fate? Fan luck? Or something else entirely? For weeks, Hanna Ming's name has been trending alongside Jungkook's. Not for a dating rumor, not for a project collaboration, but for her increasingly bold public displays of adoration for the golden Magne. First came the emotional Instagram post, a video collage comparing her beauty queen persona to Jungkook's return in full military regalia. It was dramatic, poetic, and, at first glance, harmless fanfare. But then came another stylized upload, and then another, each more emotionally loaded than the last. But now, things have moved offline and a series of grainy fan-taken photos and shaky TikTok clips posted under the hashtags #HannaMing and #JungkookEvent. A woman who appears to be Hanna was seen arriving at what sources describe as a low-profile, invite-only gathering in Seoul. The twist? Jungkook was confirmed by multiple insiders to be one of the special guests attending the same event. The internet lit up instantly. Comments ranged from curious to concerned. Wait, was she invited or did she find her way in? Is this still fan behavior or bordering on saying? If this was a coincidence, why was she dressed like it was a red carpet? She's smart, gorgeous, and strategic. I'm starting to think she's writing her own love story. So far, Hanna Ming has not confirmed or denied her attendance at the event, but the evidence being collected by fans is compelling. A handbag spotted in her previous posts matched one seen on the arm of the woman at the venue. Earrings identical to a pair she wore in a recent selfie shimmered in the background of a blurry shot. And then there's the most striking piece. A brief moment in a fan-recorded video where a woman with Hanna's distinct features walks directly behind a group of attendees near Jungkook's table. Netizens are divided. Some believe this was pure luck. A fan with connections, attending an industry event, possibly invited through legitimate channels. Others aren't so sure. Let's be honest, one Army wrote on a popular forum, "This isn't just a fangirl anymore. This is someone using influence and status to place herself in the same physical spaces as Jungkook. If this were anyone else, we'd already be using the word saying." The term saying in K-pop culture refers to obsessive fans who invade the privacy of idols, often crossing moral and legal boundaries to get closer to their favorite stars. While no one is outright accusing Hanna of full-blown saying behavior, yet, the word is starting to float dangerously close to her name. What makes this even more tense is Jungkook's known discomfort with invasions of privacy. The idol has previously spoken about his unease with overly familiar fans and the trauma he's endured from being watched, followed, and even stalked. And now, just days after regaining his freedom post-military, he's once again being watched. Not by strangers on the street, but by someone with a verified platform, a crown, and a narrative. Why was Hanna there? Did she know Jungkook would be present? Was she invited because of him? Or in spite of him? Did they interact? Was there a conversation, even a hello? Or did she simply observe him from across the room as cameras clicked and the whispers grew? We don't know. And that's the part that has fans losing sleep, because this isn't just about one fan anymore. It's about how far public figures, yes, even other celebrities, can go before admiration turns into something possessive. It's about whether influence grants permission to ignore boundaries the rest of the fandom respects. It's about control, narrative, visibility, power. Hanna Ming is a star in her own right. But when she stepped into that venue, knowing Jungkook was inside, did she enter as a guest? Or as someone trying to become part of a story? We may never know what happened behind those closed doors. But the implications are already public. Armies are watching. The media is watching. And somewhere, quietly, perhaps Jungkook is too. Will Hanna address the rumors? Will she post about the event? Will her next video show clips from that night, paired with more dreamy captions and idol fan edits? Or will she stay silent, letting speculation fuel her visibility as fans and tabloids race to connect the dots. Whatever happens next, one thing is undeniable. This is no longer just about a woman posting videos on Instagram. This is now a real-world collision of two public figures, one who seems to be crafting a fantasy, and one who may not even realize he's been cast as the lead. Coincidence or not, the fandom is now asking a far more chilling question. When does admiration stop being innocent? And who decides when it's gone too far? Because what's unfolding before us now is no longer just a harmless crossover of beauty pageantry and K-pop stardom. It's beginning to look like a storyline with layers deeper than any scripted drama. A queen with the public's favor, and a global idol just stepping out of 2 years of silence, now inexplicably linked by coincidence. Or something far more deliberate. The silence from Hanna Ming is loud, deafening, even an clarification.
No denial.
No, it's not what it looks like. Not even a vague, so happy to support BTS today, caption to defuse the growing narrative. Instead, there's calculated quiet. And that quiet is being filled with fan theories, timeline dissections, fashion matches, even speculation on her friend circle. Some fans have begun digging through old footage and social media posts, questioning if this was the first time Hanna had shown up in a space that mirrored Jungkook's itinerary. One resurfaced clip from earlier this year shows Hanna at an airport lounge, eerily around the same time Jungkook departed for an overseas private schedule. Coincidence? Theories say otherwise. This just the power of K-pop's digital sleuths, hungry to connect that don't belong together? Or is there something more calculated behind the scenes? And here's the uncomfortable truth. For some, Hanna Ming's recent actions still fall within the fuzzy boundary of fandom, aspirational, even enviable. After all, who wouldn't want to be beautiful, famous, and bold enough to put themselves in the orbit of their idol? But for others, especially those who have witnessed firsthand the dangers of boundary-crossing fans, it's a red flag. Idols are human beings, not plot lines you get to insert yourself into, wrote one longtime fan on an international ARMY community page. This isn't cute anymore. This is unsettling. The word parasocial is now being thrown around, not just about fans, but from celebrity to celebrity. When does admiration, no matter how sincere, stop being admiration when one person has no awareness, no say, no consent? Jungkook has made it clear in the past. He treasures privacy. He cherishes sincerity. And he absolutely detests being cornered by cameras, by rumors, or by people who assume too much access. What happens if this attention becomes more than just digital? What happens if Hanna appears at another event? What happens if Jungkook notices? And what if, just what if, this isn't the end, but the beginning of a string of orchestrated appearances, strategic uploads, and social media breadcrumb trails designed to keep Hanna's name circling his? What happens when someone wants to be part of your comeback story, whether you've invited them or not? There's a danger in silence, and there's power in speculation. Right now, Hanna Ming is wielding both. Fans are already beginning to draw comparisons to other cases where seemingly normal admiration spiraled into problematic obsessions. And while there's no direct evidence yet that Hanna has crossed a moral or legal line, the energy around this moment is palpably tensed. This what celebrity culture has become, a stage where public figures perform mutual admiration until one forgets it's not always reciprocal. Hanna's platform allows her to influence, inspire, and shape perception. But in the eyes of some, she's now being viewed less as a role model and more as a cautionary tale in progress. One particularly viral tweet sums up the internet's conflicted feelings best. If this was a fan account, we'd report it. But because it's Hanna, we're hesitating. Why? That question has no easy answer. Fame blurs the lines, and privilege often protects intent. But no amount of crowns or captions can shield someone from accountability, especially when the world is watching, dissecting, and waiting. For Jungkook, this moment is likely nothing more than a strange blip in an otherwise triumphant return. For Hanna Ming, however, it could be a defining chapter, one that either elevates her status or shadows her reputation. She still has time to speak, to clarify, to draw a line between admiration and attention-seeking. But every hour of silence makes that line harder to believe. And ARMY? They're not staying quiet. They're warning. They're watching. And they're wondering, what will happen if she shows up again? Will it be another event? Another carefully cropped photo? Another video with a caption that toes the line between adoration and possession? And most hauntingly, how far is she willing to go? Is Hanna Ming chasing a dream? Or building a narrative where the ending is already written, whether Jungkook agrees to it or not? Until answers surface, the tension remains. Not every love story is two-sided. Not every tribute is received with grace. And not every coincidence is innocent.